للرجال نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون وللنساء نصيب مما ترك الوالدان والأقربون مما قل منه أو كثر نصيبا مفروضا.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In this lesson, we will study members who get quota of inheritance. Ashab al-Ruba. So you divide the wealth into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they take 1 portion of that inheritance. So they grab 1 portion of that inheritance. And they are members who get quota of inheritance. The husband and wife or wives. The husband inherits 1/4 of his wife's property if the deceased wife left behind a descendant. So if there is any offspring from the wife who died, he is entitled to only a quota. He's only entitled to a quota. This descendant can be from another husband, or it could also be from Ibn Zina, a child from adultery. He affects the husband. So the husband now is only entitled to a quota maximum. If there was no descendant, we studied the husband gets half. But if there's a descendant, he goes down to 25%. 25% of the wealth. The wife or the wives inherit 1/4 of her husband's property when the deceased husband had no descendant. It's important you remember this one. The wife or the wives inherits 1/4 of her husband's property when the husband had no descendant, meaning no kids from her or from anyone else. If he had more than one wife, they all share a quota, because if he had 4 wives and they each take a quota, there will be no money left for the rest of the family. So they all share a quota. Example of cases. In this case, we have a husband and the wife left behind a son. So the husband is pushed to quota. So the asl al-mas'ala now, the total share of the case will be divided from 4. The husband grabs 1 share and the son is left behind with 3 shares. Here we have also great-grandson of the wife who died. The husband is now pushed to a quota because this is also a descendant. Descendant of her descendant, which is still a descendant. The asl mas'ala will be from 4. The husband grabs 1 share and the great-grandson is left behind with 3 shares. Here we have a wife. There's no descendant in this case, so she gets a quota. And the remaining goes to the uncle, who is asaba. He only takes the remaining. The wife gets a quota of 4, which is 1, and the remaining goes to the uncle. Here we have 3 wives, full sister, and the son of emancipator, who is a asaba. The wives here grabs a quota altogether. They all share a quota. The full sister is entitled to half because she met all her conditions, and the remaining goes to the asaba. The mas'ala is built, or the case is built upon a quota. A quota of 4 is 1, half of 4 is 2, and the remaining goes to the son of the emancipator. The cases of the husband and the wives are revealed in Surah An-Nisa number 4, Surah number 4, or chapter number 4, verse number 12. Members who get an eighth of the inheritance. So you divide the wealth into 8 pieces and they grab 1 share. Members who get an eighth of the inheritance. The wife or the wives. Wife or wives gets 1/8 of the inheritance when the deceased husband had any descendant. So if the husband had from her any descendant, whether it's a daughter or a son or grandson or granddaughters, or from any previous marriage, the wives are pushed into 1/8. Example of cases. Case number 1, we have the wife and a daughter and a عم شقيق, full uncle. عم شقيق. So the wife now, because of the presence of a daughter, she is pushed to 1/8. The daughter, she's the only sibling, so she's getting a half. وَإِنْ كَانَتْ وَاحِدَةً فَلَهَا النِّصْفُ, as Allah says in the Quran. If she's the only child, she is entitled to a half. So the wife here gets 1/8. The case is built upon 8 because the smaller denominator can divide the big one. So here we have 8. 1/8 of 8 is 1. Half of 8 is 4. And the remaining is 3. Case number 2, we have a son and a wife. The wife is now again pushed to 1/8. So the mas'ala is built upon 8. So 1/8 of 8 is 1. And the remaining goes to the son. Here we have also a grandson and a wife. The grandson is considered to be amongst the children, so he pushes his mother or his auntie, where the wife, into a 1/8. So 1/8 of 8 is 1, and he gets the remaining. In this case, we have granddaughter and grandson. In this occasion, they act as a للذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين, and they are considered to be amongst the descendant of the husband. So they push the wife into 1/8, and the mas'ala is built upon 8. The wife gets 1/8, and the remaining goes to them. We will find out how to divide this 7 between them into the ratio 2:1, inshallah. And you can enjoy the exercise in the book. The book has more exercise, inshallah.